Hi, in this video, we will cover verb tense and mood questions. So let's start. What is a verb? Verbs describe an action. Verb tense, or how a verb is conjugated, tells us when that action occurs. Present tense, I run to the lake each day. Past tense, I ran to the lake yesterday. In English, there are three main tenses: past, present, and the future, each of which can be split into four aspects. What's a verb mood? Verb mood, another element of verb formation, tells us even more about the action being completed. For instance, the indicative mood tells us about the factual action, while the conditional mood tells us about a possible action. An example of indicative mood is Sherry runs every day. A conditional mood example would be if she had time, Sherry would run every day. Defining mood from a grammar science perspective can be tricky, and the number and variety of moods in English is a matter of debate. But moods are harder to think about abstractly than they are to use. You shouldn't think too much about it. So there are multiple variety of moods that are used in everyday language, but we don't really think about them in an abstract way. So how does it appear on the test? On your official SAT, you're likely to see 1 to 2 questions that require you to correct an error in verb tense or mood. You will need to be comfortable conjugating all aspects of past, present, and future tense verbs, which you will match to the time frame suggested by the logic of the sentence. Luckily for us, the SAT doesn't dive deeply into mood. A basic familiarity with English conventions should allow us to avoid making mood errors on test day. Tips and strategies. Number one, conjugate in context. To determine if an action happens in the past, present, or future, we will need to rely upon context clues in the sentence. Common clues include date, times, and other conjugated verbs. Number two, match nearby verbs. So if you're not sure how to conjugate a verb, match the tense of the other verbs in the same sentence or paragraph. Verb tense usually stays consistent unless some shift in time occurs within the passage. Top tip number three, place general facts in the simple present. The simple present tense is often used to describe things that are true in general. Let's see a sample example. So Antarctic pearlwort, a low-growing shrub with characteristic yellow flowers, is one of the only two native flowering plants which occurring in Antarctica. So this seems like a fact, and if I go back to top tip number three, it says that place general facts in simple present. But if I look here, the underlined is in past tense, right? And there's an ing verb as well. This is called a past continuous tense. So this is wrong. If I look at the option, there is only one verb which is in the simple present tense, that is occurred. That is option B. So option B is our correct option. If you look at D, now when facts are shared, facts are independent of time, right? There is no relation with time. So that's why will have is wrong. So that's it for this video. That's it for verb tense and mood. And in the next video, we will cover the next topic.